Okay, well, I'm headed out this morning, and it's Friday morning. It's the first chance I've gotten to get out this week, actually. I've been in training all week, bike patrol, ongoing bike patrol training. So it's been taking up a lot of my days, and I've been just beat at night, so it hasn't been real conducive to my getting out. On top of that, it just rained all day yesterday. There was no way. Thunderstorms, lightning, it was just, I didn't feel like dodging them. So I'm getting out this morning. I'm going to head a little bit north, one of my favorite summer beaches anyway, and I'm going to hope some sand moved. The problem with the wet sand in this one part of the beach is that it's been extremely flat, for lack of a better term, all summer. And just not a lot up close. Everything's been way far out in the water. It's been too rough to get out there, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm going to give it a shot this morning, and let's see if anything's changed. You know, we're getting into August, and there's an accumulation. We got a pretty good accumulation for the summer, and so far. So once that sand moves, you know, things are going to start moving in and out and up and down and get exposed and, you know, moved into low areas. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, and we'll see where it goes. So I'll be back, and let's see what happens. So I'm walking down here, and I'm just taking a look at what the surf's looking like out here. And it's a typical midsummer wet sand scenario, pretty flat. But now that I walk into this, I'm starting to see some low spots and some shells and pebbles and some contours, so that's encouraging. It's not just plain flat out. Let me show you one I'm looking at here, right in this area. You can see that little saturated area of sand, a little contour, some rocks and shells up above it. This is what I'm looking for, just these tiny little washouts. Doesn't have to be anything great. The accumulation is so shallow right now that, you know, overnight sand can pick up some of this stuff and move it. And I'll move it into these little lower areas. So I'm going to hunt this little washout, this little seam in here. See this right here in the center of your screen. Hunt that out into the water. If I'm lucky, there'll be a low spot or a little trough in there. So that's what I'm basically looking for today. This is what the rest of the beach up to the top of the tide line looks like. You know, these are areas you want to find. Areas with the embedded shells and rocks. So hopefully it'll look like this going down the beach. Got some seaweed up in here, which is not always a good sign. I hope this is just local here. But that means that sand's accreted on. But let's see what happens. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm right in this little wash here. It's a tiny wash. It's not much of anything, but like I said, sometimes it doesn't take much of anything to expose targets or to wash targets around. So I'm going to hunt in this, and I'm going to hunt that slope right above it. Okay, see what comes out. Got a little somewhat low signal. Okay, we take way too much of this stuff, unfortunately. A little scrap brass, and we dig this stuff all summer, all winter. It's just permeated through here. Next to iron, I think we have the most of this. These are mutilated World War II bullets. All right. Okay, well, I got a little cut in here. If you see where these seagulls are, right adjacent to them, you can see where it's forming. You can see the lip of it, where the white water is. You can see the waves breaking over it. There's a little cut in there. Let's see if I can get in there. Give that a shot. Okay, let's see if it yields anything. Okay, got a nickel out of that so far. Okay, well, that little hole or that little cut in produced a nickel. I didn't get much more out of it. I didn't cover it as thoroughly as I could have. It's a little rough hunting in there. You got the waves breaking over you. And I think that's one of the advantages to hunting these. Not a whole lot of the competition wants to get wet and get waves hit by, the waves. They don't want to get smashed by the waves. So anyway, it wasn't so bad. It only went up to about waist deep in there. And but I did get a nickel out of it. Nice heavy target. That could have been a gold ring. Okay, well, I'm like deep in this little cut in here. You can see where people are walking ankle deep, and it just drops down to about knee deep for me. So pretty flat in here. Nice hard surface. So just gonna work this area and see what I don't know if you can see it, but where that girl's standing, just between me and her, there's a little bit of a cut in. There's a little bit of a cut trough, a little sloop, whatever you want to call it. Where that girl's walking, there's two women are. They're in there right now. You can see the calm water. And the waves tend to flatten out a little bit when they get to it because it's a little deeper area in there, and that's what I look for. Little spots like that. So I'm gonna walk into that. I'm gonna work it perpendicular to the beach. I'll walk in as far as I can go and see if I can get in. Find any targets laying there. Got a guy over here with a CTX 3030. He's got to get himself a big boy scoop. There's Steve with the CTX. He's hunting along. He's gonna pretty much hunting the same type of spots I am. And let's see if anything good comes out. He just bought his CTX from Joe DeMarco. I gotta tell you, he's got to get a big boy scoop. All right. Well, here's another little wash. It's not much, but it's something to look for. Just a little area where things might have been washed into or exposed. Uh-oh, here comes a new. I have not seen this type beach cleaning machine before. This is not a Barber surf rake. It's along those lines, but it's a little more high tech. Maybe not. No, it's not the same as a Barber surf rake. It's just a little different style. Still doesn't pick up the coins and the jewelry. Okay, here's another low spot that I'm looking at right here. You can see where the waves, the water's coming up into this area here. It's just a slightly low area. You can see where people go down a little bit when they walk through it. So I'm going to work it out. And work it out into the surface. I think what happens is a lot of folks don't like walking in these cut-ins because it can be uneven. The ground can be uneven. Your coil will fall away from you. You have to be real careful because there's a lot of little holes in here. And not to mention the surf. People don't like getting hit by waves. A little bit out of people's comfort zone, but this is where the rings are. This is where you got to be. Got to hunt in this area. This is where the stuff sits. Got a signal here. Sounds like a bottle cap a little bit. Let's see if I can dig it out. Absolutely amazing. I'm on the edge of a hole. I get a signal. This is the new piece of crap that we're digging out here. These are those e-cigarettes. E-cigs, whatever the hell they want to call them. What do they call these? Blue cigs. Bluecig.com for people trying to give up smoking. This is the second one I found this summer. But this is the new craze to quit smoking. It's like a pacifier. People suck on it and get their nicotine fix. Anyway, I guess it's better than cigarettes. All right. Just another piece of crap I got to deal with. Okay, well, my battery crapped on me. I'm usually pretty good. I can usually predict it. I had a feeling I was a little low on my battery today, but it crapped. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to call it a day. I got to work this afternoon anyway, so I'll get out tomorrow for a few hours, see where it goes. A lot of people swimming. A lot of low spots out here. So if you're going to get out and hunt this time of the year, get into this shallow surf. Get right into those deep pockets. That's where the stuff's going to be. Okay, good luck to anybody getting out this weekend.